Good afternoon. This is John Stodchill again with another segment of diabetes awareness. The Ministry of Health here in the Bahamas has created a report that was published in 2013 where they stated that over 65% of Bahamian kids do not get vigorous exercise every day. They also said in that report that 69% of kids surveyed admit to drinking at least one soda a day. In addition to that, 90% of our kids here in the Bahamas don't typically get a vegetable or a fruit every day. So with me today, I have again Caden. Caden, welcome. Thank you for being here. Caden is the author of Katie Gets Diabetes that she wrote when she was in 4th grade. And you're in 7th grade now.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we are also joined by your mom. You want to introduce your mom?
This is my favorite mommy in the world. She looks young, but she may be a bit older.
Older than you, maybe. That's right. So what we want to talk about a little bit today with you and I and your favorite mom is your diet. So tell me a little bit about your diet as a diabetic, a type 1 diabetic. What have you had to change as far as your diet?
Well, I measure out my food. So if I have rice and chicken, I may have 1 cup of rice, and I count carbs. So I know in 1 cup of rice, that's 45 carbs. And then I don't really eat fast food every day like how other people may do. I have it as a treat. And then I do my swimming so I can maintain a healthy weight and my sugar levels don't go out of whack.
Okay, so that sounds pretty complicated. Sonia, you had a fairly healthy diet at your home already before diabetes affected your house. So tell me a little bit about sort of how you maintain that, and can you spend a little time talking to us about counting calories or carbs and what that means?
Okay, at our home, we have always tried to have a healthy diet. And so when Katie was diagnosed, there was not many changes that we made. But there were a few, and counting carbs is just one of them. We've always been big on the fruits and the vegetables, and so that's always been a part of our diet. However, now because Kaden has type 1 diabetes, we have to be careful with the fruits. So she does have fruits, but it has to be timed properly based on what the glucose values are at the time. In terms of vegetables, we try to make sure that they're a part of her diet, and she enjoys vegetables simply because it's a free food, which means that she doesn't have to take much insulin for it. If she has a salad, we call it free, and you can eat as much salad as you want without having more insulin and that sort of thing, so she enjoys that. As it pertains to counting carbs, carbohydrates is a part of most food items. It's the starches and the sugars and all that good stuff. And because Kaden can't produce insulin, our body doesn't digest the sugars properly, it just stays in the blood. And so it's very important that we count carbohydrates because that's what determines how much insulin she takes. So for example, she told you that she has a cup of rice, and a cup of rice is 45 carbohydrates. And so we know that she takes 1 unit of insulin for every 10 carbs. So she'll take about 4.5 units of insulin via injections or an insulin pump to cover the carbohydrates. Our bodies would do that naturally, but because hers can't, that's what we do. So everything that she eats, she considers how many carbohydrates in it. We use what calls calorie king, and that helps us. We use the internet, and over the years we've been able to pretty much know how many carbohydrates are in different foods. We know how many in the fruits. If the fruit is a small fruit, we'll say it's about 15 carbs. If the fruit is bigger, we know it's a little bit more. Grits and all the things that we eat in our diet, we pretty much know how many carbohydrates are in it, and that's just important for us.
Wow, that sounds pretty complicated to me.
Well, Kaden was diagnosed at 4, she's now 11, so it's been a number of years, and it gets easier. It's just our new norm, and so it's the way we live.
And that new norm is contrasted to probably our normal here in the Bahamas, where we like our carbohydrates. We like our macaroni and cheese and our peas and rice. And that's a real challenge to balance. But one thing that we do need to remember is the choices we make today can affect our future, not just tomorrow, but in our future. So we're going to talk more about diet and exercise in future segments of diabetes awareness. Thank you. Have a nice day.